Hello, this is Ariella Carmel at Calcalist and Bank Leumi's Tech and Invest conference in Miami. I'm joined by Tomer Lancewicki, Director of AI at Walmart. Thanks for joining me, Tomer.
Thank you for having me.
So I'd really love to talk to you about recent developments within the vast world of AI, which was the hottest buzzword in the tech world today. Tell me what you're noticing and what is of particular interest to you right now.
Interesting. That's a very vast question,
yes.
Right, about AI. And maybe we need to ask what is AI in the first place, or maybe what is intelligence.
Okay.
So intelligence can be viewed as a physical process which basically trying to maximize the future freedom of action of that process and avoid the constraints within his own future self. Mm-hmm. Now, there are many examples for that in nature. We can think about genes, for example. Mm-hmm. So a single gene can be found within multiple species and multiple animals. And the reason for that is that basically increases his chance to survive in the future. Right. So the fact that he can allocate himself through different animals increases chances to survive, more actions that can be done. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about countries and nations also as an intelligence process, because we have many internal mechanisms and systems within countries that can allow us to maneuver difficult situation and even thrive. Mm-hmm. So we can look at the US during COVID-19 and other countries. They had the right monetary policies, the right incentives to actually thrive and survive during COVID-19, and people had a chance to reinvent themselves. And human intelligence, this is just one type of intelligence. Even there, you have some subcategories. We can talk about problem-solving skills, and we can talk about emotional intelligence. The fact that a person can actually adapt his behavior and himself to different type of personalities and people. Mm-hmm. So that's really the definition of intelligence. Now, when we're talking about AI today, let's take one thing that everyone talking about AI, let's say about autonomous cars. Mm-hmm. So why do we call that AI in the first place? Eventually, the goal is to transfer people from one place to another, people and consumer goods. And by doing so, what is the goal? We're basically trying to avoid accidents. Mm-hmm. Now, can we do that better than the current intelligence that driving that physical process, which currently are human beings?
Right.
So we are limited within our senses. We are limited within our computational complexity. Mm-hmm. And the whole idea is that we can use AI, and not just AI, like technology in general, smart sensors, for example, infrared, radar, and so on, add more computational resources to that physical process, enable the car to connect with other cars around it. So all of these actions and all these possibilities and options that we open within that physical process basically allow it to reduce the risk to actually have an accident.
Right.
So I would say that it's not really about deep learning or machine learning and AI, but just the fact that we took a physical process and equipped it with more technology to actually solve and open more options to that physical process to be solved.
Right. Now, focusing on the use of AI within the world of tech, we're at the Tech and Invest conference here in Miami. It seems like it's almost a prerequisite for most new startups today that their solution is AI-based. Do you see that increasing across sectors, that every industry will basically be AI integrated?
I would say that the main use cases today for AI, as we've seen, and most of the hype, will be around text and images. That's what we mostly see, and everyone very excited about it. I would expect that we will start to see more impact within other domains, supply chains, etc.
Right.
More in basic research that has been done, and a good example for that will be the Nobel Prize this year for chemistry. So I don't know if you are aware.
Tell us about it.
But two researchers won half of the Nobel Prize in chemistry from Google DeepMind about developing an AI system that was able to predict the structure of proteins. Now, what's interesting about it, that they won the Nobel Prize, but they didn't solve the problem. They designed an AI system that was able to solve that problem. So we don't have any revelation or any equations about how this is done exactly, but we do have an AI system that was able to do so.
Right.
So I think that what we'll start to see in the next couple of years, less of Einstein types that basically have the next relativity theory and so on. It will be mostly about researchers that know a well-defined objective they're trying to solve, and then the challenge will be, how can we build an AI system that can solve that particular problem in the same way that happened this year?
Okay. Now, I'm curious what you think about this. We're all familiar with the benefits of AI and how it can contribute to and provide advantages to our way of living and various solutions. Are there any concerns that you have about AI? Are there costs? Are there ethical considerations?
Particularly for me, I don't see major concerns about AI. I think that's another technology that if someone will not adopt it, it will stay behind. And we saw that
there's
with
no choice.
Yeah, from my perspective, even smartphone is considered as type of an AI based on what we discussed before, the definition that basically give you more options to choose from. And someone that will not adopt it, think about someone these days without a smartphone, how you can actually manage yourself in the fast-paced world. So we will see more adoption of AI in general across different sectors. And I guess you hear that, but AI is the new electricity. Everyone using it, so companies, industries, and individuals that will not adopt it, will not start using it, will not be productive enough to be as part of this competitive market.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and all of your insights, and enjoy the conference.
Thank you so much.